Welcome back, everybody, to a very long overdue episode. Unfortunately, it ain't gonna be that long, but at least it's something, right?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Paul Dolsky. I'm also with
Tessa Baker,
and we are here to talk about
adult horror coloring books.
that's right, coloring books. Anyway, without further ado, Tessa is going to explain here. How many do we have here? Looks like 5, right?
Yep, 5 horror themed ones that you had gotten 4 of them for me recently.
I did.
And
I did.
one you got me a couple, 3 or 4 months ago.
Which one was that one? The Bram Stoker?
Yeah, the Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, that's right. And it's known as a coloring classic. So
It's actually a pretty neat cover, too.
it is, and I'm surprised Walmart actually had it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you even found it at Walmart, to be honest.
That is true. That is very true.
So, what do we have here in front of me for my own personal adult horror coloring book collection? We have Adult Coloring Book Horrorland by A.M. Shea, Haunted House, Grayscale Lovers, from Midnight Coloring Books for Adults. We have Alyssa Calder's Halloween Adult Coloring Book. And last but not least, we have
The Halloween Horrors. Enter if you dare.
by Christopher Mark Stokes.
And it almost looks like, can you color that cover?
Yeah, you can color the cover on this one. And that one. Yeah, you can color both covers on Bram Stoker's Dracula and Halloween Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
So
out of have you colored in all of them yet?
not all of them, but I've been doing a little bit in a couple different ones. Out of all of them, so far, Horrorland and Bram Stoker's Dracula, I've been working on finishing ones in those. I've colored a really cool zombie and a skeleton.
Is that the one that you gave to your friend?
Yeah, I gave the zombie to my friend, Lily. She loves zombies. I colored in the heart with the roses and eyeballs growing out of it recently.
That is kind of cool looking.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of different cool ones in there. Skeletons, zombies.
Looks like a nest with eggs.
Yep. Spiders, dummies, rotting animals. All sorts of creepy ghoulish stuff in Horrorland. And,
oh, even a scary clown.
Yep, even some clowns. Bram Stoker's Dracula is obviously has everything in it with from the story. I've been working on Lucy's Crypt. I've been working on coloring that, and it's actually really cool how far they went into detail with the Bram Stoker's one.
Now, is it following the story cover pages wise, or is it kind of just thrown in whatever?
It's kind of following the story, surprisingly, which I was surprised at, but it is pretty neat looking on the inside. Attention to detail is really cool too. And then my Halloween coloring book has pumpkins in it and jack-o'-lanterns and spiders. Halloween-y stuff, and I did a sugar skull girl on that one.
For those of you that may not be familiar, what is a sugar skull? For those that may not know what a sugar skull is. I mean,
I
much
would
like
be,
a part of the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it's pretty much part of the Day of the Dead for anybody who doesn't know what a sugar skull is. But I would be surprised if people didn't know what it was. But then again, I've heard of stranger things.
Yeah, that's why I just threw it out there.
Yeah. My Halloween Horrors one, which I have yet to color in yet, has like haunted houses and more skulls and jack-o'-lanterns and mummies and more Halloween-y type stuff. Even a Reaper.
And it looked like a guillotine.
Yep, and we got a guillotine in here and a dungeon door and
Whole bunch of neat stuff. What about the haunted house one over here?
The haunted house one has 40 haunted house grayscales that you can color that actually look like haunted, like really neat looking haunted houses. Images from outside of the haunted house to inside to...
Looks like a top view type deal.
Yeah, top view, and it's, it even says, like, on the back of them, artwork by, completed on, and you can, like, date them and stuff like that.
Now, I'm not very familiar with a grayscale coloring thing. Is there something, like, specific you gotta do with that, I guess, or, like...
I'm not entirely sure. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I think that if you were going to color these in, you would probably use...
probably colored pencils,
Colored pencils, I would think, yeah. That would be what I would use.
What do you use? Do you use markers, colored pencils? What do you use?
I pretty much use everything. I use colored pencils. I use markers. More like thin-tipped markers. I use crayons, even. I find that adult coloring books are very therapeutic. Coloring in general is actually very therapeutic. No wonder kids love it.
Well, yeah. A national, like, passing time, I guess you could say.
Well, it's good because it gives you something to focus on. You can start working on it, and some people will start, like, working on a piece, and they won't stop until it's finished. Like, they'll sit there and they'll color it however long it takes to color it in. And some people, they'll start a piece, and then gradually work on it, take a break, go back to it, whatever. Me, I've done both. I've sat and, like, colored like an image until it's fully colored in, and then I've got pieces like Lucy's Crypt that I'm still working on.
Nice.
Because it's such a big piece.
Nice. I think we kind of covered. Wow. See, you got me there, huh? Covered in.
Also, another thing I want to mention, they do also, there are, for my adult coloring book enthusiasts, they do have posters that you can color in of various different things, ranging from animals to nature scenes to everything. I have like 3 posters in the bedroom, which is kind of off topic, but I have like a wolf, an owl, and Alice in Wonderland Cheshire Cat, because anybody who knows me knows that I like Alice in Wonderland, both twisted and non-twisted, which brings me to...
Well, there's one that you didn't bring out, which I'm kind of surprised, but it's the witch one.
Oh, yeah, the witch one. Well, I didn't really think it was really horror, I guess.
It's October, babe. I mean, it's witches.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean...
That's true.
I mean, how dare you forget your witches? Shame on you.
Well, I will bring my witches up now, because they're not really scary-looking witches. They're more like fantasy-looking witches, like the pretty witches. I didn't think they were like the cackly, pointed nose, you know.
I don't think that's even the one that I'm thinking of, too.
It is. It's the one you got me.
Is that the one I got you?
Yep, it is.
I got you the other one, too.
No. You got me these 4 here, and then this one.
You mean those 5?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about recently. It was those 4, and then this one.
Oh, right.
But this one has like more like pretty fantasy type witches in it. But it's still, like you said, it's Halloween. May as well bring out the witches. But this is more of like fantasy, pretty witches.
Well, I was thinking of that other witch one that I swear you have, unless you don't have it, and I'm just like...
No, I don't have it yet. It's on my wish list.
Is it the one that I'm even thinking of, but like the yellow and white cover? Let's see, you got it right there. That is not the one I'm thinking of. So, I swear to God, you have it. Yeah, that one. You don't have that one?
No, I don't have that one. That's on my wish list.
Swear to God, you had that. Alright, whatever.
If you want to, we can go into my wish list of coloring books that I want next.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We got Salem coming up. Did I say that? Cough.
Yeah, we'll bring up that in a minute. But as I was saying, I love Alice in Wonderland, both original and twisted. I like American McGee's version, and I like the Lewis Carroll version. Surprisingly, I came across this coloring book, which I am completely shocked is not in my possession yet, but it will be eventually. It's called Alice's Nightmare in Wonderland coloring book, and it's more of a twisted horror version of
kind of like
Alice in
American
Wonderland.
McGee.
Yeah, but this is like more...
Yeah, I know. More brutal.
More brutal.
Yeah, even the cover kind of showed it. Explain the cover, what it looks like.
The cover for this one, for Alice's Nightmare in Wonderland, is the White Rabbit, and the White Rabbit is, in its, like, chest cavity and stomach area, it's hollowed out, and there's a clock piece put in it, a clock face. And he has an eye missing, and he's all like, I want to say decaying and rotting. It's still a very cool image. Personally, I think it's really cool. I've seen it all over the place, like Facebook and online and everything else, and I still shockingly don't have it in my possession yet. So that's one that's on my horror list. Another one that's on my horror list is called Sinister Nightmare Adult Coloring Book and Stress Relieving Horror Coloring by Christopher Mark Stokes, which is actually the author of one of the coloring books I already have, which is called Halloween Horrors. So that's another one that I would like to get, and it's got like a creepy Jack-in-the-Box popping out with a voodoo doll on the front with some skulls. It's really neat looking.
Ooh.
And then we got Grim Fairy Tales.
Which is pretty much basically what you would think.
Twisted Fairy Tales, yeah. Which is pretty neat. And then we've got The Beauty of Horror, Gorgeous coloring book by Alan Robert. And there is another one by Alan Robert called The Beauty of Horror 2, Gulania's Cryptorium, which is another coloring book. So I have both Beauty of Horror 1 and 2 on my wish list on Amazon that I would like. And surprisingly, my coloring books aren't very expensive, which is pretty nice when I decide I want to get another one. Then we've got action horror, vampires versus werewolves versus zombies, which pretty much has everything in it from Frankenstein's Bride to vampires and werewolves and a wide array of zombies. And then we've got the, this isn't really horror related, but this is more like witchy related. The Witch's Almanac coloring book by editors of the Witch's Almanac. And then we've got Llewellyn's Witch coloring book by Mickey Mueller and Elizabeth Alba that I would like to get. And then we've got Night Magic Gothic and Halloween coloring book, which is more of a fantasy coloring book, but it's still pretty neat.
Yeah, it does seem kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. So, and I have to bring this up too. There is an Edgar Allan Poe adult coloring book by Odessa Begay, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody ever did a H.P. Lovecraft one.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did. There's also a Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas coloring book as well.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. So that's a good chunk of my coloring book wish list.
But out of the 5 that we have right here, or 6, I should say, which one would you really highly recommend to people to if you had to choose maybe we'll say half out of the 6.
So,
which one would
3?
3. Which 3 out of the 6 would you highly recommend?
For horror addicts that like really creepy gory stuff, I would recommend Horrorland by A.M. Shaw, because I colored the zombie girl with the rose tiara in that one. I also colored the heart with the flowers growing out of it, which the flowers have eyeballs in them.
And I also had the one that you did for your friend there, Willie, I think, right?
Yeah, that's the one that I mentioned.
Okay.
And then I did another one in there for my friend Aki, which was a skeleton with wings. And
it was a skeleton with what?
Wings.
Oh, wings.
Yeah,
okay.
like feathered, decaying wings. So that would be one I would recommend. Bram Stoker's Dracula is actually not a bad coloring book either. If you like detail.
Like really good detail?
I would recommend that one.
Yeah.
Because it breaks it down to the littlest detail possible, down to coloring in the
crypt there that you were
yeah,
saying.
the crypt has flowers and candelabras.
And you're folding it out too, which is interesting. The book itself folds out, it seems like.
Yeah. And even, the details around Lucy's crypt, the architecture and everything, it's detailed. And the angels and stuff like that. It's a very detailed page, so I've been taking my time with coloring it. It's just a very detailed coloring book, so I would recommend that one, too.
Yeah, and you, like I mentioned too, you might be able to find it at your nearest Walmart.
Yeah,
that's where I found it.
Yeah, they might have it at Walmart. Paul had gotten it for me months back, but I wouldn't be surprised if they restocked it with it being October and Halloween season.
Well, that was even the funny part. It wasn't even near October, and I found it, so good find for me.
Yes, it was a very good find.
So Horrorland, Bram Stoker, Dracula, and what would be your last choice?
My last choice, I like the Alyssa, Calder Halloween.
The adult coloring book?
Yeah, the one with the jack-o'-lantern on it. I like that one because it's got a mix of everything in it.
Yeah, even like the cover itself, it seems to be very detailed.
Which the cover itself is actually a page inside the coloring book, so you can color it yourself.
Yeah, so you can make it pink and blue and everything nice.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Nice.
And I did the Sugar Skull girl in this one, which I had fun with that.
Yeah, speaking of coloring book too, but I should mention that you got me the Halloween. Oh my God, here we go. Alien coloring book that they came out with.
Yes, I did. I did get you the Alien coloring book, which is from one of your favorite movies of all time.
Favorite franchise.
Favorite franchise of all time.
Until like the newest ones come about, and it's just more like, what the fuck is going on? But yes.
So why don't you tell everybody about a little bit what's inside your coloring book that I got you?
Okay, well, it is called the Alien, the coloring book, and you can color the cover, and it does show the Queen on the front, and it also has the that spacecraft there that I'm now drawing a blank on what it's called, like the Dreadnought or whatever. And I mean, it's not just the first movie too. Like, I'm seeing stuff from pretty much all the films, everything from the first one to Alien Resurrection, especially with the newborn. And some of this is very detailed, and while the others are just pretty much plain.
And it even, has, the face hugger eggs in it, and showing
and a
how
very
they open
close
up.
up of the face hugger mouth thing, I guess, that it pries on you. Or whatever is going on here. Yeah, there's some very nice ones. Like I said, very detailed. Like, some of the detailed ones, I don't even want to color because it's just like, oh my God. Like, they're just perfect the way they are. Like this one right here.
One with, Ridley and,
Ellie, with Ellen Ripley and Josie and the Alien.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty cool one.
That is a very detailed piece. It doesn't really make me want to even do anything with it. And then you got like this Alien per se, where it's not really that great, or this one over here where it's not really that detailed. But it's just great to look at too, even if you don't want to color it. But maybe one day eventually I'll give it a shot. But I just like looking at it in black and white.
I think it would be good. If not that, we can always find you other coloring books, because, like I said, coloring is very therapeutic, in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't really colored in years, so...
I'm actually thinking about picking up and drawing again, because I used to draw, years ago, and I was actually pretty decent at it. So I'm actually thinking about doing it again.
That'd be great.
Maybe I can contribute, if my images are good enough, I can contribute to our little project that we are starting.
Yep, and that's all we're going to say at the moment. So that's all you're going to get, people.
Little teaser.
Little teaser of a project. Wonder what this project is. Yeah, so I guess...
I don't just color horror stuff, like I talked about with the witch coloring book. I do do like to color fantasy type stuff, like witches and nymphs and stuff like that.
And dead babies.
What?
Hmm?
That's random.
Well, I'm just saying that you like to color dead babies, that's all.
You're so random. Anyways, I have coloring books of my favorite animal, which Paul had gotten me, which are wolves. I love wolves. Yeah, I have a notebook with a wolf on the front cover, which I colored in, and then I've got a couple coloring books with just wolves in them, which I've colored a lot in those. I've got some ones with more fairies and stuff. So not all of it is blood and gore, even though a good chunk of my coloring book collection is horror, blood, and gore. What is it with you and dead babies? Oh my god. Scary.
What? Everybody has that dark side.
Yeah, yours is definitely peeking.
What? I'm not trying to, say that you color in dead babies or anything. I mean...
I don't color in dead babies. I have not colored in a dead baby in any of my coloring books.
Yet.
Boy.
Don't let it fool you with her. She does it all the time. She just doesn't like to show it. Right?
So we may have a little surprise coming up in store. Paul and I are going to be going
to
Salem, Mass.
Massachusetts
This weekend on Sunday, and we may have a little treat for you. We may do an episode while we are actually in the historic Salem.
Yep. And who knows what those episodes will be, because we're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we're still brainstorming ideas.
Yeah, for all we know, all it's going to take is probably us to get there and be like, ooh, maybe we could talk about this. Ooh, maybe this. I don't know.
Or maybe we'll talk about that. There's so much to talk about.
So much history. It's just so much.
But we are super excited about the trip.
Yes, we are.
We cannot wait for the weekend to get here.
So excited that the dead babies will rise from the dead.
There you are with the dead babies thing again.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Dead babies will rule the world.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh gosh, guys.
Anyway, yes, Salem on Sunday. Hopefully we will have a lot of things going on that we even remember to even do the episode.
Yeah, because we're going to be doing a lot of exploring while we're down there. So,
and pictures, because I already know this one over here is going to be like, snap, 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 snap.
Yep, we're bringing your camera. It's coming with us.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome, I guess. Sweet.
Yep, and we can test out my photographer's eye with your camera. See how good I am.
Right. Yeah, that'll be fun. Interesting. I don't think there's really anything else going on besides the fact that we apologize for this long-ass wait of...
We've had some unforeseen stuff come up, and...
life.
And life in general, so it's been kind of hectic, and we apologize for the long overdue episode, and we promise to deliver more and much longer.
So yeah, get ready to have a buttload of updates probably starting next week.
Yeah, so we definitely got some tricks and treats for you boys and ghouls.
Yes, so stay tuned, and like always, everybody. Stay scary.